Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Today I want to show you just a few of my favorite drugstore makeup items. And I have a lot of higher end items only because I work at Sephora, so I get a lot of gratis. But I do purchase a mixture of drugstore and high-end items. So there are quite a few drugstore items that I absolutely love and will repurchase on a continuous basis. So let me just go ahead and jump right in and talk about some foundations. So I don't have a ton of drugstore foundations. I do have a lot of higher end foundations, like I said, just because I work at Sephora, so I have a lot of foundations that I've gotten in gratis. But two drugstore foundations that I find myself constantly repurchasing is, this is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, and mine is in the color 150 Buff Chamouse. And what this looks like is it's just a very whipped, thick texture. And I love this to actually mix in with other foundations. So for me, this foundation in particular allows makeup to have a creamier texture, and it allows the makeup to just last on my face a lot longer. I find that when I mix this with other foundations, high-end drugstore, it doesn't matter, that my foundation looks more flawless and it lasts longer throughout the day. So I have repurchased, this is probably my third or fourth tub of this foundation, and I will always continue to repurchase it because I love using it as a mixer with other foundations, whether it be high-end or drugstore. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation with SPF Sunscreen 15. And this foundation is good for everyday use for me. It's inexpensive. It's only $6 at the drugstore. You only get 0.68 fluid ounces, but for $6 it's not that big a deal that you're not getting a full ounce. And I love it because it is a very smooth texture foundation. But I can't wear it if I'm doing long days, like super long days, because it will break down on my skin. I have oilier skin, and so this one does break down quite a bit. I'd say after about the 5 or 6 hour mark, I can tell, like, okay, I can't have this on for much longer. But for an everyday foundation for $6, I will always repurchase this. And in a pinch, this works great and it looks good on the skin. Moving right along, I have a couple of concealers. So I have the NYX HD concealer, and I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer. This is in this shade Light, and this is in this shade CW02. So they're both light concealers, but I absolutely love these for under the eyes. These are two drugstore concealers that I will always go to. They give me, actually I'm wearing this one right now, and it just gives me a nice flawless under eye. They're not too thick, but they give a decent coverage, and for the price, you know, I like high-end concealers as well, but I will always repurchase these two. They're something that I just enjoy having in my collection and I enjoy using. Now, when we're talking about setting powders, this Wet n Wild Duo, the Contour Palette Duo, it comes with a highlight side and a contour side. This is in the shade Dolce de Leche. And as you can tell, I absolutely love the highlight sides. I do enjoy the contour sides as well. But right now I'm working through, I'm project panning my 12 Pans of Christmas. So I'm working through a different bronzer contour shade right now. So I have not touched this. And I always use the highlight side up before I can get to the contour side, or before I use up the contour side. So I absolutely love these. This is the newer formula that came out. I actually like the contour color in the older formula, but what you're going to do, they changed it. So I will always repurchase it, even if it is just for the highlight side. This is one of my favorite products that I use. I have a lot of e.l.f. products in this haul just because e.l.f. is such an affordable brand and they actually have like really good products. So it's just easy to include them because they're so good. So the next product that I have, and y'all are not going to be able to see it because it is completely rubbed off, but it's the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter, and this is in the color Moonlight, and this is absolutely beautiful. As you can tell, I've used mine quite a bit. It used to be a nice dome shape. Mine's starting to flatten out, and if you could tell, which you probably won't be able to, but right up in this area, I actually hit a little bit of pan at the very edge. So, I've used this shade forever. Let me try and swatch it for you. Build up a swatch. You're not going to be able to see it. I don't even know why I'm trying. Maybe you can see a little shimmer. Probably not. But this shade absolutely looks beautiful on the cheekbones. It's not what I'm wearing right now, but I use this almost every single day. There was a time where probably for a month straight this was all I used. And it's just super easy. It's kind of more of a natural finish, but it gives you a glow, and I love it. And this was like $3. I mean, you can't go wrong for a highlighter for $3. Let me just finish off the e.l.f. stuff before we, move on to all the other stuff. So, definitely the e.l.f. makeup remover wipes. These, you get 20 wipes, and I think they're $3, but these are just super easy. I use these to remove swatches. I use them to remove my makeup before I cleanse. And, I mean, why spend $6, $7, $8 on a pack of cleansing wipes when you could spend, I think these are $3, and you get 20. So, I'll always repurchase these. They're just a must-have in my collection because they're inexpensive, and I go through makeup remover wipes like they're water. So, these will always be repurchased. And then last, for the e.l.f. stuff, is that it? Yeah. Are some eyeshadows. Actually, all of the e.l.f. eyeshadows that I own, I love. So this is the e.l.f. Little Black Book, and this is in the warm edition. I don't know if they have other ones. This is the only one that I've ever seen online, but it's a little black beauty book, and when you open it up, let me see if I can. Oh, there's a mirror. You can tell that I have hit pan on quite a few shades. I completely panned this one out. This one right here I've panned out. This one right here I've almost completely panned. So these are just some really great shades. This palette I use actually on like an everyday basis to do just a little bit of color in the crease, like a little bit of definition in the crease. And they have some really nice shimmery shades that I can pop on the lid if I want to. But this is a super easy everyday eyeshadow palette to go to. It's got a bunch of colors. If I want to do something a little more festive, a little more fun, I can. If I just want to throw a brown in the crease and go, I can. So this has been a good everyday. And I was thinking about doing a pan that palette on it, but I've already panned quite a few shades, so I think I'm just going to work through it, and then eventually it'll just be done and be in my empties. So I'm not going to talk in depth about the NYX shadows. These are all e.l.f. shadows, but you no longer can get them on their website. They're all single shadows, and they, let me see if I can get this together. They're just beautiful. Neutral colors in this palette, and then some blue shades in this palette. So these are just really good. Let me just swatch. You can tell this one right here, where I'm at right here, is like a peanut butter color. I love it, and they are, let me do a little swatch for you. They're actually very pigmented. That one I use is like a transition color. And it's just a super, oh yeah, I can see the highlight right there. Hopefully y'all can see it. But this color right here is just a really nice transition color. It's a little bit more of a peanut butter caramelly brown. So the shadows are just really pigmented, and I got them when they were on sale. So honestly, I think I got each one of those shadows for like 50 cents. That's ridiculous, but they're good shadows. So like I said, easy, everyday use shadows. e.l.f., if you can get your hands on some e.l.f. shadows, they're definitely worth the money, in my opinion. So I think the last makeup item that I have is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Mascara. And it looks like this. And this used to be very popular on YouTube a while back. I haven't seen it lately, but I absolutely love it for the lower lash line. It just has a really nice thin wand. And the bristles are spread far enough apart that they catch every single lash. It is what I'm wearing on my lower lashes today, and if y'all can tell, they're nice and defined. The only issue that I have with this, and I don't know if it's because this tube is drying out, is I've noticed a little bit of flaking lately. So it might just be that this tube is drying out on me and I need to replace it with a new one, but I wear it sometimes and at the end of the day I'll get little black flakes, and I'm pretty sure it's from this, but I never had that issue before. So let me know if you guys have had that issue, if you've used this mascara, and if it's just that it's drying out. I don't feel like it's dry when I put it on. It's pigmented, it's, you know, I don't feel like it's dry yet, but I am getting some flaking now. So let me know if you guys have had any issues with this one as well. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is some brushes. And I've seen everyone and their mother on YouTube and everyone everywhere own and talk about Real Techniques brushes. So these are the only 2 Real Techniques brushes that I own. And I would love to get my hands on a few more, but I have so many brushes that I just don't rush out to go buy any. And they had some really good holiday sets out this year, but I just have so many brushes that I didn't want to spend the money on new brushes, even though I love these. So this is the Real Techniques setting brush, but I actually use it to highlight my face. So my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow. This works great for cream and powder products. I absolutely love it to highlight. And then this brush right here is the blush brush, and I use it just for that, for blush. I thought that it was going to be a little too fluffy for me at first, because I usually use a brush that looks like this. And this is the e.l.f. Mineral Powder Brush, but I use, and this one's like a little bit smaller. Okay, so of course my memory on my camera filled up, so I had to get that situated. So I'm not sure exactly. I think I was talking about the blush brush. I thought that it was going to be a little fluffy at first because I was used to using something a little bit smaller and condensed. But this brush in particular just dispersed the product exactly in the spots that you want it. And it's just, on me, it's the perfect size to just disperse the product. It doesn't lay it on too pigmented. It just sets it exactly where it needs to be. And it's fluffy enough that I can blend it if I need to. So I absolutely love this Real Techniques blush brush. And then the last 3 brushes are going to be eyeshadow brushes. So this is the Wet n Wild, does it have a name? No, it's just the Wet n Wild brush, but this is the fluffy crease brush. Well, that's what I use it for, as a crease brush. So this works perfect in my outer crease and to buff colors, to blend. This is a great brush for that. And then these 2 are from e.l.f. This is the $1 shader brush from e.l.f. I have probably at least 6 of these in my canister right now. I will always repurchase these. For $1 you cannot get a better shader brush. It packs color on perfectly to the lid. You can wet it. It's just perfect. I always have these on hand and I will always repurchase these. And then the last one is the e.l.f. crease brush, and this is a nice small tapered brush, but it's super fluffy. So I love to use this to get color right in the crease of my eye, and then it's fluffy enough that I can pack it on, but I can also blend it out. So this brush is a must-have in my collection. I have about, I think, 3 of these in my jar right now. So I absolutely love this crease brush from e.l.f. And for now, that's it for my drugstore favorites. I know that there's so many drugstore products out there that are absolute must-haves. I just have not tried them, or if I have tried them but don't have them or remember them to mention. So let me know what your favorite drugstore product is and what I can try what y'all recommend from the drugstore, but these are my absolute favorite drugstore products right now that I have, that I own, that I use. So I hope you guys enjoyed these recommendations from the drugstore and enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.